World has less than 5 years to stop uncontrollable climate change. Who's this? The World Wildlife Foundation, of course. I mean, these people are sick. Scientists generally agree that the world could keep a temperature rises in dangerous level of 2 degrees, 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit, if greenhouse gas emissions are halved by 2050. However, a new report from the WWF found it will require a green industrial revolution by 2014. 5 years or we're all going to die. Oh, my God. I mean, talk about the sky is falling scenario. You know what's going to happen in 5 years, folks? I'm going to be 5 years older. That's what's going to happen. I guarantee it. The world's not ending in 5 years. I know a lot of you out there think the world's going to end in 2012. It's not. Don't count on it. Remember, in this book, Ecoscience, John P. Holdren and the Ehrlichs, what are they talking about? They're talking about a global cooling fest, a new ice age to kill 1 billion by 2020. This book was written in the 70s. Now he's flipped the script, and it's global warming that's going to kill us all. Give me a break. And actually, we're going to play a video later for you. This guy basically talking about how the whole climate change dispute is a fake debate so that the corporations can make some more scratch. That's what it's about. And they get a little more control as well. All right, let's go to Ronnie in Texas. Ronnie, you're online.
Thank you, sir. I have one little scoop, and that is that the BBC says that Obama is already committed to massive troops in
Afghanistan?
Yeah, in Afghanistan and Pakistan and the whole shebang. And
no, he did. Listen, let me just explain this. In the very infancy of him actually taking off in the presidency, he said they were going to ship 45 to 75,000 troops. That was before this debate that came up 3 weeks ago about a troop increase. They openly said they were going to redistribute forces from Iraq and send more forces into Afghanistan. Open news. Now the mainstream media picks up on the new news that he's considering sending, 45 to 60,000 more. Well, he already did it. Go ahead.
Well, that was my main point, was that they did kind of make a scoop of it on the BBC, and I paid attention, and obviously before that, but especially since then, and not everybody in our country, all of our controlled media has just been nothing but along the delusion is there's at least a 2 week time period we have till Obama decides on this. So my point is,
I'll do one better. I opened up my new Rolling Stone with Madonna on the cover for some reason, if she's not totally irrelevant yet. And it's Obama battles the generals on Afghanistan. It's the mean generals who are on each side of him telling him he needs to send more troops, but Obama doesn't want to, but he's got to for our own good because he's here to save the world.
The good old folks at New Silver Solution. And the website is supernaturalsilver.com. Supernaturalsilver.com. This is something that kills bacteria, viruses, you name it, well documented. They've got it down to a super small, nano-sized particle. Supernaturalsilver.com. Check them out at INFOWARRIOR.com. Supernaturalsilver.com.
Well, here is a example of where man-made climate change is real, because we do have climate control. We have been seeding clouds and doing other little nefarious things for some time, and now Moscow mayor promises a winter without snow. That's right. One of the coldest places on Earth will have no snow this year in Moscow, according to the mayor. And I like how this one starts out. Pigs still can't fly, but this winter, the mayor of Moscow promises to keep it from snowing. For just a few $1 million, the mayor's office will hire a Russian Air Force to spray a fine chemical mist over the clouds before they reach the capital, forcing them to dump their snow outside the city. You hear that? They can manipulate the weather. This is weather modification. It exists. It's not just in some spy movie or on the Sci-Fi Network. It's the real deal. Authorities say this will be a boon for Moscow, which is typically covered with a blanket of snow from November to March. Road crews won't need to constantly clear the streets, and traffic, the quality of life, will undoubtedly improve. The idea came from Mayor Yuri Lukov, who is no stranger to playing God. In 2002, he spearheaded a project to reverse the flow of the vast river OB through Siberia to help irrigate the country's parched Central Asian neighborhoods. Although that idea hasn't exactly turned out as planned, scientists have said it's not feasible this time. Lukov says there's no way he can fail. Controlling the weather in Moscow is nothing new, he says. Ahead of the two main holidays celebrated in the city each year, Victory Day in May and City Day in September, the often cash-strapped Air Force is paid to make sure that it doesn't, rain on the parades. With a city budget of $40 billion a year, larger than New York City's budget, Moscow can easily afford the $2 to $3 million price tag to keep the skies blue as spectators watch the tanks and rocket launchers roll through Red Square. Now there's a new challenge for the Air Force, Moscow's notorious blizzards. You see that? They're willing to modify the weather to show their military force. How bizarre would it be to live in a country where these parades are all military guys and tanks and everybody saluting the flag, and like they had in China for the 60th anniversary of Mao and the Communist Party, we will serve the state, 80,000 children at once. I'm glad I don't live in a country like that. I never want to live in a country like that. I don't like that Russia is saying China is the new model. I don't like that we're going to be signing treaties with these two entities in Copenhagen about a global carbon tax and a world government. It's bad news brown. It's something we immediately need to step up to the plate against and swing for the fences.